music in the background.
Hey.
Feel like we ain't been here in a year.
Man. I know you missed us. Did you miss us?
Man.
Did you miss us?
Man.
Happy belated Christmas. Happy belated Happy New Year's.
2020.
Happy masturbators.
Happy new decade.
Of course, they're happy.
You know, happy new decade. Happy new beginnings. Happy everything. You know, as you all know, we have not done a show in 3 weeks because our last 2 shows were on the holidays. But we are back here for the first show of the new decade, the new year. This is Live from the Corner. Thank you for tuning in. I am Breezy Chiba.
And I'm Louisa.
And I am AI. And hold up, Breezy. How the fuck did you just change your name like that over the break?
That's what I've been saying that.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
It sounds a little different today, though.
It just sounds different because I had to say it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. That shit do hit different out of like not doing anything, right? You did.
You know, but again, hope y'all had a good New Year, man. How was y'all's holiday season?
Quiet. For the most part, my children were with their dad, so that was pretty good. And then they came back.
Empty nest, huh?
Oh, it wasn't empty. Just no children were there.
Okay.
So I didn't have to do anything because there were no children.
So what did you turn into? Patrick Swayze and was out there making pottery and looking at ghosts and shit. What you doing?
No.
Who's the resident evil?
My mom was there. My brother, my sister. You know, family that I didn't birth were there. And then they came back.
That's one way to put it.
They came back that Friday. And then we had a good little time just seeing them. And I also resigned from my job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
No.
Really quickly.
So what happened is the job lost you.
Damn right.
The job lost you. That's what happened.
Hey, look, I like that positive affirmation,
Yeah.
Breezy. That was some dope shit, but we do need to know details. Why?
The reasoning behind that is because I'm trying to pursue. Well, I'm not trying. I'm pursuing my own personal thing. So I'm writing. Well, I have written a book, and I have printed it out. So I have a manuscript. So I'm just working toward getting it published. Also, I do more writing. I'm pursuing. Of course, I want to focus more on the show and other aspects of the show and other personal things, and then just to be more involved with my children's their lives because I've been working since they were born. They get 2 months, then mommy goes back to work, and so I just want to be more present for them and just trying to take a hold of Louisa's life.
So can we do this, everybody?
I'm free, baby.
She's living a fucking dream out here. Let me tell you something about my
holiday. Took a lot of preparation, though. Took a lot of prep, but
Slim, you know what? I hate you.
Don't hate me.
Because you know what I was doing?
You better love me.
Working.
Oh, sorry.
Work. If it
what were y'all to say?
I was picking up cool people, man. I got to be honest with you. I do Lyft on the side, everybody. So, yes, you might see me around. Please believe that I do have a radio show.
And tip him well.
For sure. I pick up people all the time, man. And I ran into a young dude. And speaking of which, because your ambition or whatever, I ran into a young dude. And he showed me all the pictures. And shouts out to the dude, Damien, man. This young man goes around and films and does photography for the likes of A$AP Rocky, The Baby, things like that, right? So I dropped him off at the Gaylord, of course, you know what I'm saying, and it was very inspirational. Young dude, you know what I'm saying? So
now that's the question. Was he responsible for bailing the baby out?
I doubt that, bro. He's still white.
I ain't had nothing to do with it. He took a picture of him.
Took the pub walk?
Yeah, I don't think he was about that life, bro. But you know, some of the pictures that I seen and the life that he's living, man, the things that he's doing, man, it was very inspirational. I really admire people that let the job, or as you like to, you know what I'm saying, as you said, Breezy, the job choose them, you know what I'm saying, or let them go. You dig what I'm saying? But I had a great holiday weekend. I missed you guys, I must say. I missed you guys. And we have 2 guests in here that, and a 3-time champion in here, Chad.
Chad.
That
friend of the show.
We have a performance going on with him. We also have Reese Cup.
Hold the peanut butter.
Our next residential comedian, and we plan on having her on a million times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And we're definitely going to interview them.
Oh, but how was your
Yeah, for sure.
So this actually was my first Christmas ever not being with my family, as in my parents. Because my parents had their 70th birthday party December 13th.
Okay.
My mother's born on Christmas Day. My father's December 29th.
God.
So there was no way I was going to be able to get back down there for
back
Christmas.
and forth like that? Yeah.
So, but while I was there, we did a gift, exchange and everything. And I got a chance to be at the 70th birthday party. So that was nice. So I was here. New Year's, I went to go see, my girl Dior Ashley Brown. She performed.
For sure.
Well, it was someone else's show, but she was asked,
Okay.
to be a guest artist on New Year's Eve. So that was cool. So
That's dope.
Basically Christmas was low key. New Year's was pretty much low key. But it was good though. One thing I noticed, and it just hit me one day. DC is now. I've been around. I live many places, right? DC is the one place where I have ever lived a whole decade, like from start to end.
Wow.
That's great.
Well, so I'm born in '79, moved to Germany in '84, moved back to Denver in '86.
Gotcha.
Moved to Hawaii in '91.
Yeah.
Moved to Georgia '04.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always.
Well traveled.
Yeah, always during the decade.
Oh, okay.
My
But
man.
I moved here the second time, November of '08.
Okay.
So I have lived in one place long enough to say where I lived a whole decade in one
That's
place.
cool.
Hey, bro, may I say you a great addition to this place,
That's
this
cool.
this crazy city that we call home. You dig what I'm saying? Even people that certain transplants, people that have been born here, bro. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for being consistent.
That's
You
cool,
dig?
that's cool.
We need more culture, and you just so happen to bring that. You dig? So I'm glad that we all had a decent holiday, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm psyched about everything, man. I cannot wait to kick this show off. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a quick break,
Really quick.
and when we come back, we'll have Chad Ali on. All right, everybody.
Mr.
Chad
X.
X.
Look, I ain't never had a shooter. My God told me he enough. Most of y'all ain't never heard of me, cause I'm just a diamond in the rough. I lead with the soul, I'm shifting the poles, connecting the flows, I speak what I know. I learn as I go, I'm paying the toll. Just for the record, this me letting go. Can't say that nobody told ya. I spit like a no-limit soldier. Ship is so big it's a boulder. Grew up cause I'm getting older, yeah. Blessings on blessings on blessings now. Covering it though, but no stressing now. Finally came up from them hand-me-downs. Got a new play like a first down. I write with a pen on my tester. Connecting my head with my chest. Put all my struggles to rest, and now I'm just giving my best. This is me at the starting line. I ain't even made it to the party time. I arrived late, but I'm getting better with my ceilings at y'all. Holy Lord knows. Holy Lord knows. Yeah. Lord knows. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Look, I had to learn how to hustle then. I had to learn how to grind up. Devin may change the perspective in. I had to work on my mind. Now I stay on my head like a fitted. I'm way too fly to forget it. The flow is stuck up, it's sedated. No sugar coating for the dentist. Look, I'm colder than frigid. I got rich off of paying attention. Focused on my intuition and married it with the ambition. So I'm about to coach the kids and I'm about to make some raps. Yeah, I wanna touch their soul and leading them out that trap. So somebody show us the way. Somebody give us a map. I spent the day on the road, 23 hours in fact. Went from Chocolate City straight to Paradise, and I talked to God all through the night. I was reassured I'ma be alright. He said stay the course and keep the spirit tight. Now it's a wonderful quest. I'm out here giving my best. Superman without a cape. Lyrical bulletproof vest. This is me in my brighter day. It was slow boogie, it went right away, but a change coming and I know we feel it. Will we all make it though? Only Lord knows. Yeah. Only Lord knows. Come on. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Look, my dad be giving me game, he showing me moves, we thinking the same. Paving the way, I'm making a lane, so that my family don't pass on the pain. But most of the homies want hoes, till they start digging them ditches, yeah. Better get you a good woman that'll fight with you right in them trenches, yeah. So see mine, she be super fine. Tim Taylor when it's 2 time. She's a lover, like no other. Head first when it's pool time. Road tripping over roadblocks. Spirit high like a gold stock. Found the one, no Goldilocks. She got the key and I'ma bring the lock, yeah. Still punkin' with the game, though. We done all live with the same pain, bro. Eyes wide open, they been winning, look low. You can make it through if you just let go and accept the change of things you don't know. If it don't challenge you, the movie won't grow. It don't matter what you done, you still could give more. Look, I'm just having fun, it's a heat check, though. But nah, seriously, I'm just expressing this lyrically. We need each other like family, to cover the children like canopies. Gotta forgive for the pain, accept the sun and the rain. Try not to create in vain, but we come together for change. Only Lord knows, yeah. Only Lord knows. Hold up, yeah.
Lord knows. Lord knows.
Yeah. Look, I ain't never had a shooter. My God told me he enough. Most of y'all ain't never heard of me, cause I'm just a diamond in the rough. I lead with the soul, I'm shifting the poles, connecting the flows, I speak what I know. I learn as I go, I'm paying the toll. Just for the record, this me letting go. Can't say that nobody told ya. I spit like a no limit soldier. Chip is so big it's a boulder. Grew up cause I'm getting older, yeah. Blessings on blessings on blessings now. Cut running through but no stressing now. Finally came up from them hand-me-downs. Got a new play like a first down. I write with a pen on my tester, connecting my head with my chest. Put all my struggles to rest, and now I'm just giving my best. This is me at the starting line. I ain't even made it to the party time. I arrived late, but I'm getting better with my ceilings at, y'all. Only Lord knows. Only Lord knows. Yeah. Lord knows. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Look, I had to learn how to hustle then. I had to learn how to grind up. Devin may change.
If y'all was not around, young, on the break,
Oh, they heard it. They heard it.
Did they hear it?
They heard it.
Did they hear it? Hey, look, how inspirational was that music right there, young?
Man, only Lord knows.
Hey, look, before we even start talking, hey, Breezy, what was you feeling when that touched your soul? You know what you feeling at that moment?
So, I know what? They reminded me of some early Outkast.
Oh man,
Woo!
praise
What
right
a
there.
compliment.
And I'm telling you why
Yeah.
it reminded me.
Yeah, so what was it about?
When
it?
I heard the original Players Ball, the Christmas one.
Okay.
Because the one that came on the album was not the original.
Okay, so we talking about the carbon
The
copy.
original, the
Yeah.
LaFace Family Christmas album.
Right.
That was on there. I had a spiritual awakening.
Wow.
Now I'm not gonna say I had spiritual awakening yours, but it did make me
touched
want to.
that nerve.
It did make me raise my hand real quick.
Touch that nerve.
You know
That's
what I'm
all you
saying?
want. You just want the
You know
nerve
what I'm
to
saying?
get touched.
You know how you trying to go down the aisle,
Right.
go to the bathroom, put that finger up in church.
Put your finger
That
up.
was me.
Okay.
Maybe
That was
you want
me.
to borrow your grandma's flame.
That's me. I was like, excuse me. Excuse me.
You didn't
You
eat.
gotta lean against the pew.
What?
Excuse me, I don't want to step on nobody's
Yeah, you know
toes.
what I'm saying?
And of course, Louisa, we ain't gonna let you go on a rant, but I know it was spiritual for you.
Right,
It touched
you will
your
go on a
soul.
rant.
Yes, it touched
Look at
mine
that.
too.
Look, God raise your hands.
It touched mine too. Yes,
The
No,
house
but no,
is now
that's a dope cut though.
Man,
That's
I
real
appreciate
dope
The
cut.
house
man.
is
Appreciate that.
clear.
That's Lord knows. From my newest EP, Freedom. If y'all want to go check that out, which I think you should.
And where can they find it at?
It's everywhere. Everywhere you listen to your music, you know what I'm saying? We can go get it. Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play for the people that use that. It's on Instagram too, which is pretty cool. So you can swipe on the thing and get your 15 seconds worth of it. So that's a cool thing. So it's all
Now, if everybody out there doesn't know about Chad,
They should.
okay, this is the 3-time champ.
3 times.
Okay, the
Three
3
belts.
times
3
comeback
belts.
champ. When it comes to live from the corner, man, this is damn near like a family reunion.
is.
You hear me?
Well,
Every
you know
time
how-
this brother
it
comes
really
on,
is.
man.
You know, I
is.
call him Chad the Great.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know,
Speaking
Chad
into
the Great.
existence.
I appreciate
Chad the Great.
that. And I try to live in it.
Right. So
You speak it.
It's been a while since you've been on a corner. You went back to Texas, went back to school.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
On
I
the
appreciate that.
graduation.
I
Appreciate that, man.
In
Congratulations.
December.
It was
We got us a graduate in here, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
You hear me?
December 14th. I walked
14th.
across that stage, man.
man.
8 years after I started.
My man.
That's
you
okay.
finished, though.
Which
That's
is
okay.
beautiful. Which is beautiful.
But you finished though.
That's the
It-
main
It's okay.
It doesn't
Well,
matter how you
were
start.
busy though.
Right.
You weren't just sitting home. You were busy.
That's true. That's true.
If you weren't like up here like doing like videography for us, you were like doing like
Music
films
and-
and
Yeah, man.
poetry
It's been a
and
lot.
albums and stuff, bro.
It's been a
How
lot.
is it that you are octopus and you can multitask like that, bro?
Man,
How do you find the time?
it's you gotta make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it, but more importantly, you gotta allow it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's opportunities to take advantage of, but we always put ourselves in front of it by saying, "Nah, I can't do that." And then from that standpoint, you definitely not gonna accomplish it if you say you can't do it. So for me, when opportunity comes up to get better at videography, I'm a filmmaker at heart. So any chance that I get to get behind the camera and make sure that I'm focusing, I can keep something focused, I can try a different angle, I can do something. It gives me an opportunity to practice on my craft because, you know, y'all know me, I'm an athlete. So when you done with football, when you done whatever your sport is, what's the equivalent to watching film and doing footwork, but as a musician? That's playing your guitar. That's playing your keys, and that's
Practicing
studying
your
the
craft.
greats. You know,
Practicing your
and so
craft,
I
right.
had to make that translation from I'm a football player. I'm focused on getting bigger, stronger, faster every day. I'm hitting the weights. I'm doing I'm studying my playbook. I'm doing all those things to now. Let me figure out how to focus this camera. Let me figure out what this lens does. Let me figure out how I can relate to people so that when I'm directing, we can be on the same page.
Gotcha.
So we can get the film done. So just taking all of those different like aspects of each individual task, poetry, writing, working with the kids, all those is opportunities to work on your craft.
And I'm gonna speak on the fact of him being personable because I was in one of his films. He is very personal. He connects with each person, and he's awesome. He's an awesome director. He's an awesome actor. He's really, really great.
I appreciate
really,
that.
really great. Yeah.
I appreciate
Man. Now behind the scenes, me and you were talking.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So you have some films coming up.
Yes,
Correct.
I got 8 films that we're about to do this
Eight
year.
films.
8
films.
You Jamaican?
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, we got 8 of them. 8 short films that we're gonna do. You know, and the first one that we're doing is Freedom, which is a story that I am very passionate about because it's personal to me, but it's pretty much my letter to the world. You know, just using these characters as an opportunity to say something to the world. And with the state that we in right now, man, just the nonsense that's going around, and us being in a generation where we can understand it because we got the internet, so you can go and Google things, you can go and fact check, you can do those things without having to walk to a library, metro to a library. You know, however you get your transportation, you know, 20-30 years ago is totally different. So the things that we able to see and be like, nah, that ain't for me, and still stay on our pathway is totally different versus somebody who you click on the news and you only got one channel, and then you see it the rest of your week, you see it the rest of your day, and you ain't fact checking because you ain't going to the library. So now your whole mindset is based off of what has been shown to you.
Right.
You know what? I'm actually old enough to remember a world before CNN.
See what I'm saying?
I remember when most TV channels went off at 12 o'clock. They played
Right,
the flag
right.
for the rest of the night.
So
We
imagine
old.
getting that information and then trying to spread that information quickly. You know what I'm saying? So
Now I remember. Now you showed me something that was very phenomenal to
Yes.
me. Like you're working on being able to what is it? Telegraph, right?
teleport.
Teleport.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
working on
My bad,
teleportation
my bad,
right
everybody.
now.
My bad. Wrong
Yeah.
verbiage.
Yes.
Afrofuturism. Okay.
Yes.
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
Now, what movie are you featuring that in?
So that will happen in Freedom, but you know, like we was talking about, there's a concept right now of us being able to connect with our history, and it's a lot. It's happening. People are having the conversations. Everybody might not be having it openly on social media, but everybody's having a conversation about who am I for real.
who do I really want to be? How I'm gonna get there? And then you start to talk to people who can actually help you, your granddad, your grandmother, and they start sharing stories. And then the more that I started to get these stories, I was like, man, if only everybody could talk to their grandparents and get an understanding of how they mama was raised or how they daddy was raised, then it puts you in a box where it's like, oh, I see why my mama did what she did. I see why my dad did what he did. And then now I'm in this spot where I can make a different choice, which, like we were saying, we are the generation, specifically mine, where I grew up just on the edge of seeing internet come into existence. So I'm looking at the generation that has all the information at their fingertips, and then being right in it with the people who this is the first time in the whole history of humankind that it has happened. So we in this spot right now where we gotta really decide who we want to be as a people. It ain't about who we want to be as black people. It's about who we want to be as human beings.
You know what? Right. You a lucky motherfucker because I was playing Atari.
See what
Had
I'm
one
saying?
joystick and a red button.
You know what?
But you
But
know,
that
I
was
think,
simple though, and y'all
I
was getting it. Y'all was
But you
getting
know
it
what?
though.
I think though we have an advantage
True.
from coming from that.
I agree.
And you guys have an advantage as well because we still kind of have the work ethic and understanding that you have to do the research.
That's
you
the
have
truth.
to do the work. We kind of got that hustle, that move, that drive. And I was talking to our other guest, Ms. Reese, about heritage and history and knowing where you come from so you can know what's going on in your family and understand what's going on with you because of what happened in those generations before you. True. And as far as the internet, you know, that's information. So we do have more access, but we also have a little less access because they're not going to put everything on the internet.
That's the truth.
Well, you know what? Because of the way technology is now and the internet, the world's gotten a lot smaller. Yep. You know, like I said, before CNN, if something happened on the East Coast, it took a couple days for that news to reach the Midwest, you know, the West Coast. Now, if anything happens in China right now, it is broadcasted simultaneously right now.
Happening.
I love each and every one of you, but
we get it.
Working with one joystick taught me how to jerk off the perfect
No,
way,
I
bro.
do it.
Know how to press that button.
Hey, yo, my right hand is strong.
Forearm
bro.
on swole and everything.
Hey, son.
Be all kind of angles.
We love it, man. We love everything.
And so, what about the other 7?
I'm done.
So going into like the whole Afrofuturism, just looking at us finally being in a space to where we can tell what we want to see out of the world.
Have you heard the book Who Fears Death?
I have not, but I will go look at it now.
It is billed as the African Game of Thrones. If you watched Game of Thrones.
Oh well, I mean, I love the Game of Thrones.
I do too. Matter of fact, George R. Martin, he has actually signed on. It's actually been rights been bought out by HBO.
Oh yeah,
and so George R. Martin, the writer of the original Game of Thrones book, is going to be produced on this. And that
I love to direct one of them.
And that is, you know, Afrofuturism.
Right.
You know, if you get a chance to check out that book.
I want to definitely add to that conversation, which is ultimately like, wow, every time I sit down to write something, it's almost like it's a spiritual experience because it's like, this is my opportunity to exist in the world and further than my own physical life. And aside from me leaving my legacy as, you know, with my children, my legacy is going to be what the images people perceive me as. And then that's going to be left to everybody else to say. But if I give you enough images that portray an idea that you can understand what's going on in my mind, then we having conversations beyond the grave. You can really understand what I'm trying to say to you through these films. And by us being able to collaborate and find people that want to work together, people who want to create this new identity for ourselves that's really just stripping down all the stuff that we thought we were and becoming what we now want to be. And those the next 7 films will be in some shape, form, or fashion about that identity. That's the central theme of all these films. The next one we'll be doing is called Protected. And all of these films will be coming out at Fork Road Studios if y'all want to go and check those out, which I definitely want everybody out there to go and stream these movies because they was made for you.
And the great thing about this is why you're successful, because you're not selfish. You have an understanding that anything you do is not only for yourself, it's for your children and the people around you. We do not live for ourselves.
That's true.
We must understand anything that we do, we have people behind us. and they're watching us, and they're looking for someone to show them the way. And if you don't know the way, how you going to show anyone? And once you find that way, it's only fair to teach other people and show other people. And as far as teleportation,
No, telegram.
Telegram.
I want to answer stuff, right? It's funny, like I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I read everything.
Okay.
You saw how it took 5 seconds for me to pick up on the Afrofuturism.
Right.
Right. So,
Right.
Other than want to leave a mark, if you left, Afrofuturism, that is a very deliberate topic. How you
Yes.
chose Afrofuturism?
It chose me after I read Kendra by Octavia Spencer. It changed my life.
Okay.
And then over the summer we had a class where we read Parable of the Sower, and then I realized she was talking about what Earthseed was to her. This is Octavia talking to the world through this character, and being able to think about this is a woman who's sitting down at a table writing something with her fingers, writing something with her hands about the world that she sees, and giving it to us in a way that we can digest it. That's power. That's using your purpose. That's when she has now passed away, and now I'm 26, almost 27 years old, just now getting this book that she put out in 1996. And now it's inspired me to be like, what's the stories that I can tell? What has been given to me? Because God gives us our gifts through our imagination. You can't see things. You can't be something you ain't never seen before.
Exactly.
And so if he show you something, you got to believe what he show you. And then once that gets revealed to you, the gifts, the talents you already got, everything starts to attract, everything starts to align, and then before you know it, you sitting down writing a story, and you like, man, why am I feeling this way? It's because you taking on the weight of your ancestors, you taking on the weight of experience that have really been lived, and so taking that and putting that into these films, it's like, yeah, I understand slavery, I understand where we came from, but where could we go?
Well, that's
from
not where
slavery?
we came from.
But
That's-
so
that's
just
the understanding
being
of-
American and being black and being raised in Texas, we have a perspective of this is where you come from. And in the last 400 years, which is maybe 5 or 6 generations of people, of actual. My grandmother is 67. Her mother passed away when she was like 60. So that's 120 years between them two people. And then just imagining the mentality that was passed down to her from the two people that was before her. That only takes us to 200 years. So we still living in a generation that was raised by slaves. If you were born in America, I'm that person. So now that I understand that, it's like, all right, cool. What am I gonna be now? What can I see for my friends? What can I see for the people that's around me? And then you start to write that story. It just so happens that because it's coming out of a black man's head, it's Afrofuturism. But if it was Steven Spielberg that was projecting into, in 2049, this is what the world is going to look like, that's just great science fiction.
For sure.
So,
You know what? I actually like the term
Right.
Afrofuturism because, here on this planet,
right.
there's two of everything.
That's the truth.
There's two justice systems.
Yeah, it is.
There's the rich and poor. It's always two of everything, right? It's black and white. So when you talk about Afrofuturism, you're speaking about the future technology with an African or a black tilt. Because if you look at, like, I like Star Wars.
That's true.
I like those movies. But those movies don't really have us in mind, except for the viewers.
Right.
You have Bill D. Williams play one character.
Right. Lando.
So you trying to tell me, Lando? You trying to tell me in the Galactical universe, there's only one black person?
Right, but the galactical universe, the galactical universe is inside of one person's mind, and
This
that's
is their
all
perspective.
of us.
Their perspective.
All of us have that
Everyone
galactic
had their
universe,
yeah.
and you just gotta speak on it to make it existence. So George Lucas is sitting on an entire world that we having this conversation because George Lucas existed solely. So for us
And
to take that
supported by his
perspective,
peers.
you know what I'm saying? So us as a people, how do we do that?
Correct. We'll be back it with the black dollar, of course, right?
That's all you can do.
So you have 8 films. We got to make
films.
sure that everybody knows exactly what website to go to see
Yes.
those 8 films.
So you'll be able to check those out at Fork Road Studios on YouTube. This first next year, 2020, I'm doing all these films and I'm giving them to the people as a baseline. So you'll never be able to say Chad ain't tell you.
Now let them know that, of course, because we have a short attention span in these days.
Exactly.
Are these full-fledged like
These are
3-hour
shorter
films, or these are short?
Short films.
Nope.
Okay.
The longest of the films that we have is 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
Got you,
wow.
got you.
Okay.
And that's a beautiful thing, and that speaks to you as a director and a producer that you
Right.
can fit all of those ideas that you just explained that took about 20 minutes to talk about
Yep.
in a 15-minute film. You
Right.
dig
It
what I'm
takes a
saying?
lot of editing and a lot of
For sure.
time to figure out what am I trying to talk about? What point am I trying to make in this little bit of time? It's like I said, we don't have a big, with such a microwave culture.
That's true.
Everything has to be talked about within 5 minutes, or we lose your attention. I was someone told me that a point can be made. Someone coming and talk to you, their point can be made in 21 seconds, but you cut them off at 11 because you're tired of listening. And 21 seconds.
Would you be mad if I cut you off right now?
No.
Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to cut this short because we do have another special guest.
Yes, we
Reese.
do.
Yes,
Now
Miss
listen,
Reese.
Chad. I know daggone well you ain't ready to leave yet. Are you?
No.
Okay, so listen.
No,
So what we're gonna
not
do?
yet.
We're gonna have you perform at the end. Would you mind?
Oh yeah. That
Okay.
sounds good.
All right.
That
And
sounds
so
great.
that would be dope. When we come back from the break, we're gonna have Reese Cup performing. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
then we're gonna bring her on to interview her.
About to get some jokes.
So everybody, y'all take care. This is live from the corner.
About to get some
Thank
jokes.
you for
Right,
watching.
right.
Come on right back. Come on
Y'all
back.
better come on back.
Everybody out there in TV land, I would love for y'all within your households to put your hands together for Reese Cup. All right.
Hello, testing 1 2 1 2. Hello, how y'all doing tonight? Oh, y'all looking good. You looking quite tasty, delicious. I smell some cheeseburgers out there somewhere. I can't see you, but I smell them. I smell them. Cheeseburgers that remind me of when I had to go to the doctor. I rushed to the doctor last week because I thought I was having a heart attack. Honey, I was folding clothes. I got this pain in my chest. I said, "Oh Lord!" I said, "What's this?" It feels like I don't know. I called the doctor on the phone. I said, "I gotta come in. I'm having a pain in my chest." He said, "Come in now. I got a spot if you come right now." The doctor just 10 minutes away down the street. But before I get to the doctor's, there was a McDonald's, right? And I'm like, oh, I got this pain in my chest, but I'm hungry. I got this pain in my chest, I'm hungry. And then I saw a changing factor, that 2 for $5 sign. I said, well, I said, the doctor might want one too. Let me go on in there. I can speed, just down the street. So I get in there, I give me 2 burgers. They was new tasty European burgers with barbecue sauce on there, and it was just dripping. So I'm driving, dripping, and eating. I get to the doctor's office. I run in there in the reception. I was like, I'm having a heart attack. Something is wrong. And she gonna say, well, maybe it's them cheeseburgers you over there eating. And I'm up there by myself. I like, look, I scoot the barbecue sauce out the way. Like, look, my name is right there. He expected me. So he said, okay, we're going to get an EKG on you, okay? I said, okay, we do the EKG. And this fine little brother come in to do the EKG, and I'm like this, how you doing? He said, Miss McFarland, I'm going to need you to undress from the top up. I said, what? Say what now? And I'm just dripping my sauce. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. He said, I'm going to need you to undress. So he give me this gown, right? I don't want you to put this over you. So I'm like, hey, everybody know how them gowns is in the doctor's office. It ain't no bigger than this. And so I'm like this. This is just what it looked like, honey. I'm a girl of an ample size, ample proportion, okay? And it's sitting up there like this. So he comes in there and he said, okay, you got the machine up? I'm like, I'm ready. I'm excited. Fine looking man, and he's seeing all this sexiness. Too much for him, So he was like, well, Miss McFarland, because your breast is so big, could you help me? I said, help you? He said, could you move it over to the left a little bit? Because he's, trying to hook the leaves up. I'm like, okay. And they steady popping off. And he said, well, move it over a little bit more. I'm like, okay, no problem, young man. He said, move it. I said, look, what you go to school for? I said, I'm doing all of this moving. He said, I know, I'm sorry, but I got to get a good reading. And I'm sorry. So he said, could you move it over? I said, man, fuck it. And I threw it over my shoulder. I said, is this what you want? Is this what you want right here? This is what you want. I don't know what's wrong with this young man. He was like, that's perfect. And I'm like, this all right, go ahead, hurry up, do what you gotta do. I just don't know no more. I really don't. And I noticed by me being a big girl and all, they are against us. I went to work the other day and Harold gonna talk about you can't get on the pole tonight. I'm like, why not? I've been on this pole, Harold, every night for the last year. And he said, and that's why all of them looking like M's. And I'm like, wait a minute. I said, but I said, okay, I got you. So my girlfriend, I should tell y'all, yes, I'm a stripper, And my stage name, yeah, honey, my stage name is Stop. I get rave reviews because every time I come out, they saying stop. I'm like, okay, hey. They saying stop. I'm like, okay. Like this, and they said stop. I'm like, yeah, you like this. This is stop right here. So then I got another little girl, little chubby buddy, and her stripper name is All Hell No. So when we come in the club, it's like stop, all hell no, stop, all hell no. One time, the man over there yelling stop. She's like, girl, I think they calling for you over there. I say, here I come, stop. They say, yeah, stop. I said, stop. What can I say? So one night I'm on the stage doing my thing, and it's getting good to me, and all the little poles taken. So I said, oh, shucks, one pole free. So I ran up there, and when I got to swinging around the pole, everybody started running. It was the daggone thing holding the building up. I said, oh, wow. I said, I'm trying to bring down the house for real. And that's all you heard as the building coming down. It was stop, stop, stop. I brought it down.
Everybody give it up for Reese Cup. We coming back from a quick break. It's going to be 1 minute, I promise y'all. We just transitioning, okay, everybody?
Un momento.
Man, everybody give it up for Reese Cup.
Reese Cup.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, before we get started, I got to shout off Gary Golf Doughty or Gary Doughty. DOUGHTY for premium golf apparel for the kiddies all the way up to guys like me. You hear me? People that just want to BS and just, I don't know.
So for those that like to swing poles, go check out Gary.
Oh,
Yeah,
on
we
the
got the
pole.
whole swinger here. You hear me? Hey, look.
Speaking of which,
Hands down the house.
speaking of which,
Jesus Christ.
Good one, Breeze. Good.
Jesus Christ. Hey, look. Reese Cup, you got to tell everybody where you're from. Where, you know, everything.
how'd
Like,
you get
where
into
you
the
from?
comedy and all that?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I got into comedy, started out as a child, because my grandfather used to always tell me, you ain't got no sense. He was like, girl, you a fool. You know, and that never registered in the family. It was like, you so funny. It comes natural to you. You just, just funny. So one day I was like, you know what? I am funny. I'm going to go ahead and do this thing, And I'm from Landover, Maryland. I was born in Washington, D.C., but I grew up in Palmer Park, Palmer Park.
So you
Sugar
like to
Ray.
fight a lot. So you like to
Boy.
fight.
I'm good with the hands,
She good with them hands.
That Maryland-ish.
And plus, when you throw a punch, it just roll right out. You got to have a body to roll with it. You know how to roll. Body to roll,
Switch and
roll
move.
with
Did a snake tongue?
Switch and move.
Hey,
So listen, I really enjoy your comedy. We all do. And you do it very, you have a clean type of comedy.
yeah, I usually don't say the MF word, not unless I'm talking to my son. Look, you little like that.
Okay.
They will
You can't
take
be
you.
choking my
They
man.
will take you there.
I knew him when he was 13. You better stop playing, Joe. You better stop playing.
So
Joe.
besides, your family telling that you were funny, who were some comedians or people that you thought were funny, period, that you looked up to?
I love Paul Mooney.
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Mooney,
Paul Mooney.
yeah.
Right.
Pygmy Martin. That's because my grandparents,
Oh, you going old school
like
with that one.
like the like Chad said earlier, I'm gonna be featured in his films too.
Okay.
Like Cleopatra Jones, he gonna have some futuristic
I
stuff
told
for
you
me.
to learn how to roll them wrists.
Roll with it, roll with it. Oh, and I am single.
Everybody out there.
He's
roll
cute.
some
Everybody
I'm
out
sorry.
there. She's trying to roll. You hear me?
See, you saw how I was twerking. He saw on me. He saw on me.
So you said Paul Mooney, Pig.
Pygmy Martin. Back in the day, Red Fox was hilarious.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my comics like more the old school comics, because my grandmother liked it. Dolomite.
So it's okay. You mentioned Red Fox and Dolomite, but yeah, you're a lot cleaner than they are. So how is it that some of your inspirations were some of the most foul-mouthed out there, and you're a little clean?
Because they told a story, the way they told a story and the little rhyming and lyrics. They started. It was like the pioneer of comedy, back in the day.
I always tell people, and people always raise an eyebrow when I say this. You can probably put Ray Moore, whatever you want to call him, Dolomite, as one of the founders, not the, but one of the founders of hip hop.
Yeah,
He
from the
definitely
rhyming.
was. He was
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
rhyming.
Yeah.
He might not
poetic.
be rhyming on beat, but he was rhyming
Yeah.
on top
Yeah,
of the beat.
yeah.
That's true.
And a comedic actor.
Afrocentric beats,
That's true.
futuristic Afrocentric beats.
At that.
So, see.
And that we see you get that by your twerking. Good God,
Well, I'm working with
it.
it. Y'all don't know this. I'm only working with one cheek. I'm not Lizzo. I only got one cheek.
Now you said you literally only have one cheek.
I literally only have one cheek.
What?
A couple of years ago, because of a oops of a doctor.
That was malpractice.
Yeah, totally. But I'm
Not
still
alleged.
here. I'm still here, and I'm still, I'm gonna bring it to the people.
And she still
Now-
worked that one side
And you
perfect.
know what? And you
Truck
know
it at
what's,
one
you know what's
side.
crazy? I made light of that, but you got to be honest, and you have to tell everybody out there the triumphs and the things that you've overcome health wise. Now, how long has it been as a hiatus since you've done comedy?
5 years.
5
Welcome
years.
back.
5 years ago.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was on my deathbed. I caught this thing called necrotizing fasciitis. It's a tongue twister. You know what that is? It's the flesh-eating bacteria.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I wasn't, swimming in no Amazons. I wasn't in nobody water, but I caught it from the hospital. But it's okay because God saw fit for me to be here. Even though I had a little scare when that pastor came in the room, I woke up. And the father, he was like, "Can I pray over you?" I said, "Who called you?" Jesus didn't tell me. He was calling you. Who told you to come in? I didn't tell you to come in. No, you just open your eyes. That's the eye chakra. You lay in your bed, you wake up, and then the pastor, you like, "Oh, Jody Blow." What is you doing here? He was like, can I pray over you? I said, no. You could pray with me because at the time they told my family that I wasn't gonna make it, and you know, and I didn't. They didn't. Nobody told me how sick I was.
Okay.
And I guess it's a good thing that it didn't because I didn't have the mindset that this was it. I just thought I'm gonna get up and go back to work because I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay. I can't be sick for so many days. You know that money started ticking. That's all I was thinking about. I gotta get back to work. Not knowing that I was actually fighting for my life. I spent 28 days in the ICU, and then after that, 5 months in a rehab and nursing home.
And that speaks volumes.
Well, we're glad
on
that
how
you're
you
here.
can maintain.
For sure.
Yeah, that speaks
And
volumes
I'm
on how you
single.
can maintain your humor.
Yeah.
That is strength. That is the epitome of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we're very proud of you, Reese.
You know,
hear me?
it seems that you are a pretty confident, person, right? Would you say that?
Yeah, and single. I just,
And so
Somebody trying to fuck.
the reason why I'm asking
She
about
ready
your confidence,
and
right,
willing and
is because
able.
Now that Lizzo is out, do you think that she made it a little more, easier, for women to say, no, this is me, regardless of what you say?
no. I mean, what she did was a personal thing for her because it's not for no big girls. You know, I don't know if you know this, but I wasn't always this size. I was bigger. You know, but
You hear
it didn't
me?
stop me from swinging on them poles.
Hey,
It didn't stop me from tearing down.
making them
some ceilings.
M&Ms.
Okay.
Them
And,
M&Ms.
thank you.
Now I know you kind of old and your memory shot, but where can everybody reach you at?
Over his house.
Oh, hey, Breezy.
Hey.
Now look, past that, everybody gonna be hitting you up after this, all right? So everybody from Switzerland and all that stuff, Laos, all that stuff.
Laos.
Hey, look, they're gonna be hitting you up. But listen, give everybody your tags on your social media.
Okay, they can reach me at Althea McFarlane on Facebook. And on Instagram, I'm under there as Althea McFarlane too.
Oh, it's spelled
Yeah.
spell Althea.
Althea. Last name McFarland. McFarland. Hyphenated. What's your last name?
Now,
Breathe.
I thank you so very much for being here, Reese. You have been a close friend, and I really enjoy seeing your progress. Now, when we come back, it's going to be a quick break.
We have Chad closes out.
We have Chad close us out with a
Right.
great song that y'all have been hearing all night. Hey, Chad, shout it out real quick. What's the name of that song?
Lord knows.
We'll be
All
right
right,
back,
right
everybody.
back,
It's live
y'all.
from the corner. Quick break. We'll be right back.
All right, we are back with friend of the show, family of the show, our earlier guest, Chad Ali, aka Chad the Great, performing Lord Knows.
Lord knows.
Chad Ali, y'all, Chad Ali.
Yes. Yeah. Turn me up a little bit. Whoop. Yeah. Okay. Y'all go ahead and nod with it. We gonna sit back and chill. Yeah. 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 Let's go, y'all.
Look, I ain't never had a shooter. My God told me he enough. Most of y'all ain't never heard of me, cause I'm just a diamond in the rough. I lead with this old, I'm shifting the poles, connecting the flows. I speak what I know. I learn as I go, I'm paying the toll. Just for the record, this me letting go. Can't say that nobody told you. Spit like a no-limit soldier. Chip is so big it's a boulder. Grew up cause I'm getting older, yeah. Blessings on blessings on blessings now. Cup running over, no stressing now. Finally came up from them hand-me-downs. Got a new play like a first down. So I write with the pen on my chest. Connected my head with my chest. Put all my struggles to rest, and now I'm just giving my best. This is me at the starting line. I ain't even made it to the party time. I arrived late, but I'm getting better. Where my ceilings at, y'all? Only Lord knows. Yeah. Man, only Lord knows. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Look, I had to learn how to hustle then. I had to learn how to grind it. That made me change the perspective and I had to work on my mind. Nah, I stay on my head like a fitted. I'm way too proud to forget it. The flow is stuck up, it's sedated. No sugar coating for the dentist. Look, I'm colder than frigid. I got rich off of paying attention. Focused on my intuition and married it with the ambition. So I'm about to coach the kids and I'm about to make some raps. Yeah, I wanna touch their soul and leading them out them traps. So somebody show us the way. Somebody give us a map. I spent the day on the road, 23 hours in fact. Went from Chocolate City straight to Paradise, and I talked to God all through the night. I was reassured I'ma be alright. He said stay the course and keep your spirit tight. Now it's a wonderful quest. I'm out here giving my best. Superman without a cape, lyrical bulletproof vest. This is me in my brighter day. It was slow boogie, it was right away, but a change coming and I know we feel it. Will we all make it though? Only Lord knows. Yeah. Only Lord knows. And hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Lord knows. But
Welcome to Praise Dancers out here. We went to church just now. Hey Chad, man. Hey, listen, Reese, come on up here.
Yeah.
Everybody, look, before we get finished, man, tell everybody where they can reach you at, man. Your social media, everything. So, man.
My name is Chad X Ali. That's CHAD. X like the iPhone, Ali like the greatest. You can find me on Instagram at A Chad Ali Story. You can find me on Facebook, Chad Ali. Freedom is streaming everywhere. Go and find that. Go and listen to it. Go and digest it in your soul. Pass it to your bros and hit it on the road. Yeah.
Right. And we think.
Shout out Tyler, Texas, baby. We up in here. We up in here. We up in here.
Right, and we thank you for tuning in to another Live from the Corner.
Yes.
Broadcast live right here every Wednesday, 9 to 10. I am Breezy Taylor. You can find me, Breezy Taylor, BREAZY Taylor, on Facebook, Instagram, every social media account. Hey, y'all, where can you find you at, man?
Man, you can find me at Red Nose 1999 on IG, Red Nose 199 on Twitter, and you can find me at AI McDowell Ferguson on Facebook. And the Red Nose stands for the Pitbull, not the goddamn clown.
You can find me on Facebook at Louisa Harrell and Instagram and Twitter at Lovely Beautiful Mind 30.
And Reese Cup. One more time.
Peanut butter, Reese Cup.
You can find me on Facebook under Althea McFarlane and Instagram under the same Althea MC71. Holla!
I had to work on my mind. Nah, I stay on my head like a fitted. I'm way too fly to forget it. The flow is stuck up, it's sedated. No sugar coating for the dentist. Look, I'm colder than frigid. I got rich off of paying attention. Focused on my intuition and married it with the ambition. So I'm about to coach the kids and I'm about to make some raps. Yeah, I wanna touch their soul and leading them out that trap. So somebody show us the way. Somebody give us a map. I spent the day on the road, 23 hours in fact. Went from Chocolate City straight to Paradise, and I talked to God all through the night. I was reassured I'ma be alright. He said stay the course and keep your spirit tight. Now it's a wonderful quest. I'm out here giving my best. Superman without a cape. Lyrical bullet.